You pop this piece of crap in, and what do you get?
Okay. So there's a breaking news in the Chrono Trigger universe. I'm looking at Reddit a few days ago, and something crazy happened. They claimed that at an Italian game convention,
Yeah.
Yuji Horii confirms inadvertently that they're working on a Chrono Trigger remake.
Yeah.
He just like blurted it out. Yeah, in the Chrono Trigger remake, this is happening, and then people were going crazy because like, what? They haven't announced that.
I had messaged you about it, and you had already been for hours looking into it, and you had told me at the time, like, at first you thought it was total bullshit, and
but it seemed like nonsense because it was just one guy on Reddit posted that with no source, no video, no nothing. They just posted that they're at this convention in fucking Italy, and he said that. And that was like all it was. And then other people were like, they were corroborating the story in different places. They're like, oh yeah, I was there, and that happened. It was crazy, right? And then somebody finally posted a video, and somebody finally translated that video, so it seemed like a real story then. And the translator does say, according to the subtitles that I read, like, the Chrono Trigger remake, and then somebody rushes on, like, fucking tells him he can't say that because they didn't confirm that, which is crazy. But apparently, like, as the story is developing, that was just the translator making shit up, and he didn't even say that.
Yeah, so that's the new thing that I just learned about because you just told me about it.
Apparently, he misunderstood what Yuji Horii was saying or something. I don't know. I don't know what to believe, man. The world is upside down. Short is long, up is down, left is right. It's just everything I know is wrong, man.
We almost had to issue a formal public apology to Zygor Gaming.
We were almost
laughing that he was so certain that a new Chrono Trigger game was coming out.
I mean, but also like, if there is a remake, like, what does that mean? Like, what form does this mean? Do we think it means that they're just porting the game to modern systems? Because it's not on modern systems.
It would probably be HD 2D.
You think, that
would be boring. It would be very boring.
Sucks. No, it wouldn't be. It would be beyond boring. It would be bad. Like, it would make the game look worse. Actively worse.
Yeah.
I think that style works with a Dragon Quest game because it's a simple tile set. It's like an NES game. Chrono Trigger's got a million set pieces. It just doesn't translate to like a catch-all style like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think it would be doing it a disservice. But like the other options are equally as bad because there's also the Secret of Mana weird 3D. Nobody wants that, right? Mm-hmm. Like that would suck. I mean, they could maybe get away with like a pixel remaster situation like they did with Final Fantasies 1 through 6.
Yeah.
But they would have to put a lot more attention into Chrono Trigger than they did with those.
Mm-hmm.
Even with 6. Like, they put probably 50% of their effort into 6 and then 50% into all the other games for the pixel remasters, because they did way more for 6.
Yeah.
Like, they would have to do way, way more than what they did for 6 for Chrono Trigger. Mm. And I don't know, and I guess the only other option is, like, big budget Final Fantasy VII Remake. And just
that's not the only other option.
What other what else? What other forms could a Chrono Trigger remake?
You could have like a Link's Awakening style remake. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot, like they could do something new. It's been long enough with this whole HD 2D thing.
I can't imagine any path they take being good though. Is the problem?
Yeah, I mean, I'm done with remakes kind of in general.
Yeah. I mean,
like maybe the right one comes along. Like I might, if Ocarina of Time comes out and it's a totally different game.
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I could get into that. I could see Ocarina of Time working out as a remake much better than Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
Only because whenever they try to touch Chrono after Chrono Trigger, they always fuck it up. Yeah. Always. At every stage, they fuck everything up. Everything they try to touch with that game just turns to shit.
What? Give me some examples.
Okay. The PlayStation version is infamously horrible.
Yeah.
Because it loads between, like, the big appeal of the game is the seamless transition between, battles and the overworld. And PlayStation, it's not like that. You gotta wait for it to freaking load. Instead of loading everything all up front, it loads, like, 2 seconds whenever you do anything. And it makes it unplayable. And then for the DS was the next time it was released. They added.
I had that version.
it's a good version, but you gotta know to avoid all of the new shit, because it's not only is it like it actively makes the game worse, because you're playing through the game. You don't know how many times I've heard the story that they're playing through Chrono Trigger DS. Then they got to this weird part where the monsters wanted to like fix a hammer or something. And then they stopped playing. And I'm like, no, just leave. Don't do that. That's not a part of the game. That's not canon. Don't even fucking look at that bullshit. Forget that area even exists, because it sucks. Like, it's actively, it's one of the worst, like, RPG areas in history. And I have a segment about it buried in one video that's about something else entirely. I don't even remember what video it's in, but I go off on it. I should make it like its own video, because I think it'd probably do well, but... No, it is like one of the worst designed areas in RPG history. They just like a tumor, just attached it to Chrono Trigger. And then they added more areas, which are range from stupid... They definitely stand out. They don't fit into the flow of the game, called the Lost Sanctum. Some of these areas are cool, because they actually made... a part, you know, the box art of Chrono Trigger is you fighting Hecarim in like a snow.
I don't know who you're fighting, but I know the box art very well.
Okay, so the name of the guy you're fighting is Hecarim, and in the game you fight him in a cave, and it's always been like a joke in the community that the box art never happens, basically. In Chrono Trigger DS, they actually added a boss fight with Hecarim in snow. So they actually like added the box art into the game.
That's cute. And
also there was a lost area from when they showed the game off at E3 that the basically the demo area wasn't in the final game. It was called Singing Mountain, and they added that into the Lost Sanctum.
Was it good?
I mean It's as good as it can be. It's a non sequitur. Like the point is like it doesn't tie into the rest of the game at all.
Yeah.
They tried to get it to tie in the laziest way possible with Chrono Cross, because you play through the Lost Sanctum, and then at the end you fight this character, and when you beat him he goes, I'm mad I lost. I'm gonna go raise an army and take over Guardia. See ya! And that's how they tie it in. It's fucking stupid. It's like, it's actually stupid. The DS version also added like Pokemon bullshit mechanics that like don't add these.
Monster capturing?
Yes, there's like a monster fucking battling arena. Only for use in like the monster arena, which is another non sequitur that doesn't tie into any of the rest of the game. This was so pointless they didn't even bring it back for the Steam release. It's just in the DS one. And then, of course, they came out with the Steam release, and that was infamously like the least amount of shit they can get away with. The text was bad. It doesn't even have all. It's
weird because you have this game that so many people love and revere, and like you treat it like that time and time again.
What I've never understood about the Steam re-release is that with the PlayStation version, they introduced anime cutscenes. Right? There's 11 anime cutscenes. For some reason, the Steam version doesn't have all of them. I think it has like 7 of them.
Does it have to do maybe with like, maybe they had different directors or something, like produced each one? Or...
I have no fucking idea.
Or is it just actual, like they forgot?
I wouldn't put it past them to forget, honestly. Like, it's ass. I've played through the Steam version. I mean, if you're a big Steam gamer and you want to play Chrono Trigger, I mean, it's fine, I guess. But not the recommended way to play.
Yeah.
Just like whenever they try and add stuff to the game, it sucks. And whenever they try and make sequels, it kind of sucks. Because I don't like Chrono Cross either. So.
A lot of people have been kind of like coming back around on Chrono Cross. Like people seem to be liking that game and professing their like of it now.
Well, the thing is, when it came out, it reviewed extraordinarily well. Like everybody gave it a perfect score.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't know that. This is like a very critically acclaimed game when it came out. And then kind of over time, people were like, that was fucking stupid, and actually this game sucks. I mean, I think it's like way worse than people give it credit for. I think it is significantly worse than anybody says.
What people almost always praise though is the music.
The music's awesome. Of course the music's awesome. Of course the opening's awesome. Of course the graphics and the art are awesome. But like, I think it's the worst kind of game. It's one that like the more you think about it, the shittier it is.
I hate that, yeah.
I think it's like when you're playing it and you're like stimulated by the music and the vibes of the whole thing, it's fine. But then when you like start talking about it and start like talking about what happened and what
when
it
you
does,
really start to break it down,
yeah,
how bad it is.
when you start to break it down, it's like A, nothing makes sense. B, the whole premise of the game is basically to flip off Chrono Trigger and say that everything you did was dumb and stupid and didn't matter, which is just not a satisfying direction to go in.
So it's the Tears of the Kingdom of
it's worse than
Chrono
that.
Triggerverse.
It's much worse than that. I mean, it's like an anti-sequel. It's basically, it's just like everything you did in Chrono Trigger is bad and wrong, and you're stupid for thinking it was cool.
I don't like that.
And fuck you. I mean,
it's the Return of the Jedi then.
Exactly. Not that is inherently a bad direction to go in. It's just the fact that, like, on top of that, the game's not very good.
Okay.
Is like the coup de grace with that. And it's also a big, like, tell not show kind of game. I have a rant in my Chrono Trigger video where basically I say everything cool in Chrono Trigger you see, and in Chrono Cross you see fucking nothing. Everything cool.
Tell you about shit.
Yeah, everything cool is either backstory or happens off screen. So it's like it sucks. Yeah, I don't know.
There's right and wrong ways to do like backstory. Like when it's not backstory, when it's like lore, it's kind of a little different.
I mean, it's also like the game takes place 20 years after the present day of Chrono Trigger, and like where the fuck are they? What happened? Where's the gang? You think they'd still be like around?
I still want to know what Zelda is doing from Zelda 1 and Zelda 2.
I know, right?
I have not been able... No one talks about that. It's like, oh, and that's not actually the same Zelda. It's a sleeping Zelda. I'm like, cool, what's Zelda doing?
Nothing.
That they don't... Oh, I don't know. Well,
yeah, nobody knows. Huh?
Nobody knows.
I don't know.
She was done after the first Zelda game, I guess. She's off in exile.
Yeah. I mean, she's like, oh, well, I had my adventure. That's it.
Yeah, her adventure was being stuck underground. That sucks.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
All right, so I don't know what to think about this Chrono Trigger remake business. Like, the story will have changed like 5 more times by the time this comes out, too.
Yeah, right.
So.
It's probably like they're probably going to do it eventually, right? But at the same time, who cares?
I'm hoping for just a straight re-release. Just put the DS version on the Switch, too.
You've got... Like, the thing is, it's like, it doesn't really need anything different.
No.
It's just totally fine as is.
Exactly. Like, I feel like you can only make it worse.
Yeah.
And that's been proven over time.
I feel like that about a lot of remakes. I really do.
Yeah. I do like Radical Dreamers, though. I'll tack that on.
Okay.
Only because it doesn't meddle with fucking anything in Chrono Trigger. It's pure, just like a side whatever.
Okay.
You could take or leave it existing. It doesn't rewrite the core concept of Chrono Trigger.
Link's crossbow training.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Link's crossbow training of Chrono Trigger. Yeah. Sure.
Or Hyrule Warriors.
Really matter. It's like it's a complete side thing that you can just take or leave, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, and Chrono Cross even went out of its way to try and ruin that too by telling you it didn't happen. They tell you it happened in a fucking computer simulation. So,
you're not making me want to play Chrono Cross very much.
I think it sucks. Like, I think it actually sucks.
Chrono Cross sucks.
Yeah, it does. All right. Someday I'll have a video. I mean, I made one a long time ago, but I took it down because...
Yeah, it's time. It's time for another Chrono Cross
video. I fence it too much in my video. It's a big reason why I took it down.
You're like, no, I really think this sucks.
No, I'm like, I actually think this sucks now.
Yeah.
I think it's just bad. Just straight bad. All right. Well, Shallow Pedantic, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Do you want to see a Chrono Trigger remake? Let us know in the comments. Yeah.
Let us know in those comments.
All right.
Right down in that comment section.